this is Aksar Haribov, and I'm here at the Digital Health Summit studio with Gazelle, Rastegar, at Hygienics.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. So could you real quickly tell us what does Hygienics do?
Hygienics is a healthcare IT company that with a focus to address the issue of hospital-acquired infections. And the way we go about it is fitness tracking device. It looks just like a Fitbit or any other fitness tracker, but what it does is uniquely tailored to solving the complex problem of hand hygiene in a hospital setting. And it goes about communicating with a network of sensors in a hospital environment, and it informs the healthcare worker as to the right time to proper hand wash, and it provides feedback on how well the individual has conducted hand hygiene.
Wow, that's very interesting. So essentially a doctor or a nurse is walking around with a tracker, and you're able to determine using your algorithms whether or not they have actually washed their hands before coming to surgery.
Exactly. Surgery or patient rooms, they're required to wash their hands before entering and after exiting every patient room, depending on the type of infection the patient has. A lot of times there's this infection called C. diff, which has very resistant spores, and it only goes away with soap and water.
Interesting.
It needs to be washed away from the skin. Alcohol, disinfectants are not going to do anything to it, so it has an engine rule that informs the physician or the nurse or the healthcare worker in that situation to conduct the proper hand hygiene based on the set of circumstances.
That seems like a very needed tool in the hospital. So are you guys having anything exciting coming out for this year? Yes,
we have just started our trial at City of Hope. We have finished the development of our third version, which is on Bluetooth Low Energy.
Wow.
And we are conducting a hand hygiene trial at City of Hope to see the behavior change. We're very excited about that.
That sounds like a very interesting solution. Yes. So, are you guys only US based, or are you guys looking at international markets as well?
Actually, the international market is very eager about our technology. Just to give you a little bit of perspective, the hospital-acquired infections in the US is at about a 4% rate. In other parts of the world it's much higher, into high single digits, 8, 9%, and even in some countries goes into mid-teen digits, so 15, 14%. So we have noticed quite a bit of interest from Australia, from Europe, and Asian markets. So we're in negotiations and conversations with a few distributors to have our technology represented in other parts of the world as well.
What is the market you guys think is growing the fastest in your specific field?
In our specific markets, definitely healthcare is very important, just because a hospital environment has its own unique set of constraints, in that antibiotic-resistant bacteria primarily reside in a hospital setting. Right. So it can easily go from one patient room to another, and depending on who's carrying it on their hands. So that's its own unique setting, but another market that we think there's a huge potential is the service industry. The restaurants and people that work in the restaurant touch the food all the time, and there needs to be created a safe zone where they wash their hands prior to entering. So, and that's one area where, based on the most recent numbers, cost the United States healthcare system about $70 billion, just these foodborne illnesses that are as a result of contamination by hand. So that's another market we're looking into.
It seems like a very adjacent market, and it's very relevant.
Very relevant, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Gazelle, for being with us.
Thank you.
This is Aksar Haribov at the Digital Health Summit studio.